Hey guys, what is up? This is Ryan, and I'm bringing you a zombie gameplay here on Die Rise, just because the map just came out. This is actually my first game that I ever played on Die Rise. I did not even know there was perks or anything on this map. I had no clue what was going on at all. So this is just my first gameplay. I am also, yesterday or 2 days ago, you saw my world record attempt 1. I got to 50 in the world, and I'm going to be trying to go for 115. I don't know for sure if I'm going to get it, but I'm going for 115. And I hope you guys like this video because it's pretty decent. I think I go to like round 24 or something with no perks, and I might cut out certain parts of it so I don't have to talk to it so long. But I just wanted to go over a basic map summary and how my impressions of the map so far. So, impression-wise, first impressions, I like the map overall really well. When you first got it, it was pretty confusing, and the elevator thing is actually, I like it, but it gets really annoying, and I wish if you had the elevator key, then the elevators would come to you instantly. That would make the Die Rise a lot more fun if there's another way to get around the map besides the elevators, just as a backup or just in case, at least so you're not like trapped in the power room or in just some random room inside the map and where you're just trapped to die and you have no other choice but to get trapped in a corner, because I've died like 10 times by that, like today when I'm actually making this video. It's because I'm going to get all my perks and everything, and then my last zombie just randomly dies in the elevator on my way, and round 25 starts up and I just get swarmed with zombies and I can't go anywhere at all. So overall though, I'm liking it. This is my favorite room, the one I'm actually playing in. There's also one by the dragon, or facing the dragon. If you can go back and see my video for that training spot, it's the facing the dragon achievement. So you can see that training spot. I've opened up the whole map, so I'm gonna probably do another video of the whole map opening, just so people can see the full map opening. And so there's several new things that I really like about it. They introduced some multiplayer guns into it, like the AIM-94, the PDW, the B2 3R, and I think there's one more, but I'm not sure. But no, never mind. I can't remember. Oh, Remington 870. So those are all really good perks or guns, and there's a new perk called Who or something. I forgot the name of it. It's a good perk idea. It's good for multiplayer, but it's actually really horrible for solo. So I recommend don't get it at all for solo, because it's something where if you have it and quick revive, if you go down with Who's Who, or I think that's what it's called, then your quick revive won't work anymore. So you want to use your quick revives definitely for sure at first, and if you lose all your quick revives, then maybe go and get Who's Who, because most likely you're not going to be able to pick them up with Who's Who because you have a pistol and it's like a high round, and then there's practically no chance of you being able to kill the zombies with an M11 and revive yourself on such a high round. But on multiplayer, where there is not any insta revive or quick revive where you can just pick yourself back up, Who's Who might be a good thing, because you can actually have an attempt of picking yourself back up instead of just being stuck there and not being able to do anything for the rest of the game. If you die, then you're done for. So it's pretty cool that they introduced that game, so then it'll keep people where they don't just rage quit out of a game if they lose their perks and their guns and everything. So that's pretty cool overall. They took out wow, why did I forget it? Tombstone. They took out Tombstone. Wow, sorry, I forget that perk all the time because it's not in solo, and I usually play solo. They took out Tombstone, which I don't know. It was a good perk for transit, but it doesn't really affect me too much. And the only bad thing about it is you can't do like the glitch where you have like 30 perks, or not 30 perks, but you can have 6 perks, and I think there's only 5 perks on this map. There's maybe 6, so yeah. But besides that, this map has been really interesting so far. It's been kind of confusing initially, but once you actually learn it, it's a really sweet map, and I think that's what they're going for, because to the intermediate player it's still pretty fun, but to the hardcore player it keeps it interesting for longer than just like a Kino where you open up all the doors and you're like, oh, okay, this is fun now, I can go to around 1,000, because it keeps going, you can just run around the stage and nothing really hard. But this map stuff is changing, and you know, there's all these different variables how you could die. Just by even getting from here to on the power side, you can actually just, you know, fail and not actually make the jump. So, well, there's also a couple of glitch spots, but that's to be anticipated with such a really big map, such as Die Rise. And you just saw me, I think, go over one a second ago, right there. It kind of glitches, so be careful when you're running around these corners trying to make the pillars kind of wide, otherwise you might get stuck on the pillars. And I think that's just all pillars in general in this game, and some walls. I can't think of anything else. No, that's all only glitch spot. Oh, in the elevator, you can actually get trapped in the elevator if you like sprint against the side when you're going in between and you don't actually get out, like in between levels. And you know how there's the opening. If you kind of stick your body somewhat out of the elevator in between levels, then it will go up and it will down you, and you know, that's kind of a bummer to get down just from a stupid mistake like that. I haven't actually gone down by that. I've seen people go down by that though, so I was just throwing that out there for you guys to know. There's also, I like the buildables in the Wonder Weapon buildable, because there's never a buildable in Transit that was actually a Wonder Weapon, and I guess you could consider the air gun or whatever a buildable. That was a Wonder Weapon, but to me it wasn't really a Wonder Weapon because it'd break really, really fast. And so far as I know, the liquefier, I think that's what it's called, does not break by itself or anything. You don't need a turbine or anything next to it, and I was kind of happy that there isn't a turbine, because I don't know, I really didn't like the whole turbine like system where you pretty much would have to have a turbine for anything in the game. But on the flip side, I like the elevators. Oh, look at me almost get pushed off the map. I didn't even realize it until like I saw that that I was like, almost died. That would have been bad. The Easter egg song is pretty good overall. I'm just trying to think of some stuff to talk about that it's not like a bad or negative thing. So the Easter egg song, it's pretty easy to do considering I got it in like the first 20 minutes and uploaded it to YouTube like pretty much afterwards. But NGT Zombies, wow, you beat me to it by like literally 30 minutes. Jeez, bud, you always beat me. But it's just a faster upload speed. That's all it is. That's the difference. But me and him were finding stuff at the same time the whole day, and I was just like competing with him, trying to upload stuff before him, even though I know he has a lot bigger audience than me. So I don't know, it was just like a fun thing that I was like, oh, I wonder if I can find this and upload it before him. And a couple things I did. I think I did the Facing Dragon achievement before him, and some other things. I think I did Mystery Box before him. But yeah, besides talking about other YouTubers, because that might get annoying, and you guys probably just go over there. But besides that, the down part of this map is there's not really that many train spots. There's only this train spot right here, which I like, but it gets kind of nauseating after a while because it's kind of all tilted and your neck starts hurting for some reason, because I have a tendency to like angle my neck like up in the air for some reason, because it's on a tilt. That's just me probably being this train spot. But there's a train spot over by the MP5. It's a lot bigger, but it's harder, and it's by the Facing Dragon earlier in this video. So on a rating from 1 to 10, I'd probably give this map an 8 or a 9, because I would give it an 8 or a 9 because I like it, but I don't like the whole elevator system and how you just sometimes can just be randomly trapped. And I wish there was a bigger training place, because it seems like you're just going to be like stuck here the whole time. And on Transit, you could just pretty much train at any one of the stations. So I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know that. Like, maybe we'll find out a whole bunch more, or that you can open up different levels of the high rise with different Easter eggs, because there's an Easter egg that still hasn't been discovered. And when you're on the elevator, there's a whole bunch of metal doors, and I'm thinking, well, maybe those might open. There might be some way that you can open some of those metal doors and open up like a whole nother level or something. That would be pretty sweet. Probably not, but that would be pretty sweet. So, I'm also pretty pumped for the Easter egg on this map. I think it would be really awesome. And there's also the nav card table and the nav cards. There's actually 2 different nav cards on this map, which leads me to think that it'll possibly be 4 maps with the nav cards on them, and you have to have 4 players to like plug in their nav cards on one map or on all the maps, and you can actually get on the maps. And that's just a theory, but maybe you can go from one map to another. Like you can go from Die Rise to Transit to whatever into whatever map they come out with on the DLC. Which, you know, each player has their little key thing. They have to run to the nav card place. They run in, put their nav card down. There's the radio. It calls up bus driver or helicopter for this map or something, and it transport you to a different place. That's just a theory of what the nav card possibly could be with 4 of them. I don't know if it's for sure. Maybe it teleports you or something. And that is all I had for sure on the nav card. But what people used to think with bus, or not bus depot, but transit, what the nav card did would open up the alternative bus route. And that might be what this nav card is before, but I think it might transfer you between the maps or a different part of the map. And you need different nav cards for different maps. And it would be a really elaborate Easter egg. And it would be really cool to actually do, because all the nav card stuff actually stays on the map once you've completed it, which leads me to think that you can use it, you know, over and over to get from one place to another to transport you. And that'd be really awesome, and it'd be just like a huge transit map, and it'd be all the maps combined. I don't know, guys, that's just a theory. And also what I saw, you can go on to Elite on like an iPhone app or something, and it says Transit High Rise. So what do you guys think that means? Because the other, you know, bus depot or whatever, or transit, or original transit, what is actually Transit 2. I don't know what that one's actually called besides Transit, because we always just called it Transit. But this is also a transit map. So they might have accidentally messed up on the Elite multiplayer or zombie app and just accidentally put that on that it's transit, or maybe there's an Easter egg that they accidentally slipped, or possibly they all connect and this is a transit map that you can do teleport around and do in some other form of transportation, but just no one has found it yet, and it's not as easy as the bus depot transit map. That's just some theories, guys. I really hope you guys like this video. It's a long video, so yeah, I'm sorry, but either way, please leave a like or subscribe or comment or something for possible theories or another topic that you want me to cover. But that is all I have to say, guys. This has been Ryan from Take Care Games. See you guys later. Bye.
Who in the hell do you think you are to put your hands on me?